a national disgrace. Months ago, she was told to do a standalone bill for enhanced unemployment benefits, get it out because it's going to expire. Nancy Pelosi. She didn't do it then, saying that her caucus is aligned, which they weren't. Last week, she was told the same thing again. We need enhanced unemployment benefits to be fixed, we need benefits to be cured, and we need to do it now. Has she done it? No. Since Friday, no less than 3 bills or letters talking about the president and his debts and Russia and more. It's a shocking twist of events. As millions of Americans are unemployed, the unemployment numbers in the country continue to rise, and the Democrats in the House that control the House have done nothing but talk. Will unemployment benefits be extended? How much, how soon, and where? And is the Problem Solvers bill the one that's going to get to the finish line? And how quickly can we do it? This is Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good evening, everybody, or good afternoon, or good morning, or, whatever time zone you're in. This is Afternoons LALATE. I'm glad that you joined me on a big development on unemployment benefits. It's really a shocking day here as we sit and wonder, when will FPUC get extended, as LWA benefits have now essentially been diluted and paid out, or are being paid out across the country. No more FPUC or enhanced unemployment benefits are coming to millions of Americans who need the relief right now. So what is the next step? I have the answers for you in this video. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Go to the French channel, subscribe, because this is the only channel that has literally recorded a video helping people on unemployment every single day, answering your questions since April 25th to the current situation. I went over FPUC before it even existed, how to apply for the application. I've gone over FPUC, extension of PUC, and all the wonderful details. And now the focuses have been, of course, LWA, a potential executive order for LWA 2.0, and another round of FPUC. Also like this video because no other video is going to be as comprehensive about unemployment as this one. This is a shocking twist of turns of events today, as lots of states are dealing with trouble. And the trouble is the following. Let me give you the breaking news for Monday afternoon. Alabama is among the states that are seeing changes to unemployment benefits effective immediately when quarter ends October 3rd. They're having problems processing the money, and they see that maybe there's too many fraud claims. They're going to have to do some changes. Some may remain eligible for PUA or FPUC, or they may be required to change to regular unemployment compensation. Weekly benefits may also change. This depends on eligibility requirements, says the Alabama Department of Labor in a news release minutes ago, tamed by LALATE. They're now redetermining eligibility to be able to pay for it. Those claimants whose benefits at year ends prior to October 3rd will have their claims reevaluated. Many claimants are not receiving benefits because they failed to file their weekly certifications. Lots of shocking twist. As we sit here today, ironically, what's really quite confusing to a lot of viewers, but actually great news, is that all the different forms of unemployment benefits still exist. They don't actually expire if you've done the certification. What do I mean? When you certify for a week, it means that you go into your state's unemployment website and you say, I'm certifying for what happened this week. You can certify for now, for something that happened in the month of June, or you can certify for now for something that happened in the first week of September. But you need to certify for your weekly benefits before certification for that week has expired. After a certain point, the state does not allow you to certify any longer. You're too late to certify. So you never want to miss a week of certification, because that certification will tee you up for benefits despite whatever's happening with, Temple Doom or Minution. you will at least be in their system. This is incredible great news. Next, the other thing that's incredible great news, but is often not inherently clear to viewers, is that you're going to get money for all those respective weeks, even though you're not in that week now or close to that week. Here's an example. Do you know that $600 a week FPUC goes on top of PUA still for unemployment that you had in the month of June? And that if you've certified for that week, well, you're going to get that money now in September. Yes. And did you know that if you had certified for benefits, let's say first week of August, and you're in a state that applied for LWA, that you're going to get the LWA, that you don't have to do anything now, but the fact that you certified for something back in August means you're still going to get the money? Yes. Ultimately, it's a very strange scenario in which money is coming in different places. It's coming in different times. There's a lot of different words. I got it. All you need to remember is get eligible and get certified. First, eligibility. This is one of the most important things that I've detailed on this channel every single day since April 25th, which is, well, almost every day since April 25th, which is you have to make sure you get your date of eligibility correct. What do I mean? Well, if you were laid off because of the pandemic on March 20th, and that is your date of impact, don't list September 20th as your date of impact because you lost all those weeks of benefits from March to September. If you're on PUA, which does not require you to be laid off, you can also be reduced number of hours under PUA. So let's say you were at 40 hours a week, now you're only working 5 hours a week because of the pandemic. Then make sure you have the date of certification for that as well, your date of eligibility for that as well correct. So if that was the result of a lockdown order, which it generally was, and that lockdown order was late March, which is generally when they were, then that would be your date of impact. All those weeks, certify, certify, certify. So how much money would we be doing here? Well, you first start at your base level benefits, and then on top of UI and PUA, here's UI, here's PUA, you would get $600 on top of it. What's $600? That's FPUC. You get that for weeks that you certify from March all the way up to late July. That's when FPUC ran. Now, that's for weeks that you certify and you are eligible for those weeks. Okay, so what happens after late July? Well, if you're still impacted, you continue to certify for those weeks. And if you're a state that has LWA in place, then you would get LWA provided you don't have that $100 threshold issue, which is a little too complicated for this video. So you would get $300 on top of it instead of $600. Okay, how many weeks am I getting of that? Generally 6 weeks. Some states like Florida messed up, and the governor, who's a bunch of idiotness, wants you to go in a bar without a mask on now and all this crazy stuff. He only applied for 3 weeks because he just loves you. So you only get 3 weeks or 4 weeks and whatever craziness he's done. But everyone else is getting 6 weeks. Now, that brings you up to 6 weeks from late July to 6 weeks from thereafter, which we're actually past at this point now. Let me answer a question at that point in time, because I get this question every single day, every single day. I haven't gotten all my weeks of LWA. Where are they? Stay patient. That's what I answer. Stay patient. You're going to get the 6 weeks of LWA. You're going to get the 6 weeks of LWA. They're just slow. Some states are paying 1 week and then 5 weeks. Some states are paying 3 and 3. Some are paying 2 and 4 and 4 and 2. Just stay patient. I see people that are just literally jumping onto Facebook groups and posting on 500 different platforms. I only got my 5 weeks. Where's the other week? I haven't gotten this week. Where is it? If you go into your portal and it says processing, you go into your portal for the unemployment website and it shows processing or paid, it means it's coming. It's a state. States are slow. They move slowly. They're not like a bank. They're just very slow people. Or slow organizations. Sorry, didn't mean to say they're stupid. So the money's coming. It just comes slowly. And ultimately asking a lot of questions, where is it? It's not going to help, because it doesn't mean that they forgot you. A lot of people think the reason they have not gotten it is because something's wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's just slow. So stay patient. And ultimately, viewers have thanked me for telling them that just stay patient. There's nothing to worry about if it shows paid and processing. If it shows denied, then there's nothing to worry about. Next, What comes after this? Well, two possibilities. An executive order or FPUC 2.0, which could also be by executive order. If there would be an executive order, we would likely call it LWA 2.0, and that would basically carry that name, whereas we're talking about something by Congress, a law by Congress, that would likely be called FPUC 2.0. What are the possibilities? Well, that's the Problem Solvers Bill. We adore the Problem Solvers Bill. We're behind the Problem Solvers Bill. We need to be on social media, sharing this video, tagging the Problem Solvers, saying, we support your Problem Solvers Bill. Get it on a floor vote. They're not putting it on a floor vote. Get it on the floor to vote on it. What are we doing here? It's as though, it's again, a lot of people want to write and just don't want to push. Remember last Thursday, that scandalous letter that said, hey, we need a bipartisan bill, we need it right away? Okay, have any of those people written a bill? No. Remember back during the postal month where they were chasing the postman? Remember all those new Democrat coalitions and blue dogs who wrote a letter to Nancy Pelosi saying we need a standalone bill for enhanced unemployment benefits right now, they're expiring? Notice they never did anything. They just wrote another letter. It seems as though a lot of these people love to write these letters that are 3 paragraphs long and have them signed by 30 people and put it on congressional letterhead. And, maybe I talk about them and other people talk about them. And then that's about all we hear from them. Now, some of them actually have been very good. They've repeated the message. They appeared on broadcast TV. Max Headroom, I always forget his name, a rookie House representative, Democrat out of New York, who's doing a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. If only I could remember that's his first name or last name. He's been talking about this on a regular basis. But introduce a bill. Introduce a bill. We need enhanced unemployment benefits extended. Well, ultimately, the bill that we want is the Problem Solvers Bill. Push it to a vote. Push it to a vote. So we're on social media. We're pushing that to a vote. What are the provisions of it? Really, really good. Great news. Only one thing we got to fix. $450 for 8 weeks, and then 5 weeks at $600. Wow. This is more than any Republican has ever given us. More than any Republican ever will give us. Why are we not, getting people to sign this right away before someone changes their mind? President says he'll support it. President says he'll sign it into law. President says yes, it's good. President's agreeing to $600 a week for 5 weeks after $400, $450 for 5 weeks. 8 weeks. Let's get this done. Only thing that needs to be fixed is retroactive, which is much of nothing. It's just it is important, but it's not financially a lot more money to make this retroactive. So what we have to do is we have to make this retroactive back to the date at which FPUC 1.0 expired and get this done. And when we do, we've reached the finish line. How fast would you get this money from FPUC 2.0? Well, you could possibly see the money within about 10 days after it becomes law. The most, I would say, is about a month. Every state's processing time is different. They have to take the money from the Treasury, then send it to the states. Then states have to process it. Their computer systems are faster than they were before. God, when FPUC, when PUA launched in April and I was doing videos, I went all the way from April to almost June, and several states had not still even launched PUA. That's how bad their computers were. We're not at that situation anymore. So we're in a better situation where they can get that money faster to you. So imagine you have run out of LWA, or you're about to run out of LWA. You need the enhanced unemployment benefits. This is the path to get you the bill. And we, the Purple Power, are the group that's pushing it to get it done, while other Democrats and Republicans are saying much of nothing. You got to make them uncomfortable, saying seats for stimulus. I need this, folks. I need this. You don't want to get it for me, you're gone. You've written those nice letters. I appreciate it. You wrote a letter last week. I appreciate it. Have you done anything? No. So if you don't do anything, you'll be unemployed. You'll be unemployed and you'll see how it feels to be unemployed and not have anyone help you, which is what you're doing to us. We're pushing, and we're pushing hard. Let me answer some of your 496 questions from yesterday about unemployment. Prince Dunn. They've been ignoring our struggles, but voting is going to make sure they listen to us. Heath Beard, everyone keep pushing forward. They can't keep us down. Dominic Bartolomeo, I definitely think the airlines was the thing to get these people to it. They realized without them how they would go on their many vacations without them. Amen. Patricia Haynes, yes, I think they're coming to the finish line. Help us get there. Problem Solvers Bill or President Trump, please help us. Cindy Gee, how many times are they going to say they're not leaving until they pass the bill? They're liars. They don't care about us anymore for themselves. Amen. I mean, Nancy has said that several times. We're not leaving until we do the bill. And then just 24 hours later, people write her a letter saying, you're apparently leaving. We're not leaving. You can leave, but we're not leaving. So this whole thing of who's leaving is Troy Platero. It just seems the president is all talk. So much for his executive order. Don Broyles. Just for the mess, they leave us in need. Diane Blake. Hello, everyone. Thanks, LALATE, for all you do. Can't believe how terrible unemployment rate is and still no stimulus. 23 weeks of unemployment claims, over about 800,000 per week. New claims per week. The worst since the Great Depression. We were at 200,000 new claims per week when this pandemic hit. It's not good. It's just not good, and we're not in the winter yet. Peggy Couch. So please, what are these idiots doing? They're getting too old. This is me. $250 for 2 weeks is below poverty level. Carmen Vargas, I'm so tired of waiting on rich people to consider those of us in need. They're not going through any of this time. I lost my job since April. I was so thankful for the $600 a week. It was such a big help. And it was just stopped as if our problems were gone. Waiting for Nancy, so frustrating. So this is someone who got the benefit, got the $600 of FPUC, and then stopped. She says, it's too hard. I need more money. Sheila Portman, don't they see America's not great? It's heading for disaster. I love that. Shason Williams, we need a fresh start, totally overhaul this government. I hope you do. I hope the viewers of this channel throw out every incumbent. When you go to vote and you see that polling spot and it has the word incumbent, you skip that person and you don't vote for that incumbent. Ross Darnacle, they need to make checks for $2,500. Mama Bear Johnson, hey Lord, remember this when voting time comes. Remember this when voting time comes. Amen, just what I just said. Jennifer, they need to do something quick. Team Gitso. So many people suffering, it's heartbreaking. Ella, you've done a great job. We hear you here in Dallas. Hello, Dallas. I love Dallas. Kurt Krill, of course California's highest. Look who runs it. Heath Mitzel, we need to get it done on voice in government. Vicky Vaughn, no one asked me, but with the additional stress on my UI, states are giving me more Fed for my money. Jim Nasser, $2,000 for stimulus would be helpful. The public is sad where the situation is. XOXO, how many thousands of airlines workers are getting laid off? A lot. It's about 100,000, but the ancillary industries could be into the millions. Chris Green, they at all levels won't share details because they don't want to be held to it, especially in election cycles. So he's talking about the numbers. Nancy never gives us numbers. She doesn't want you to know numbers. She thinks we're idiots. Travis Wolford, we need stimulus and retro. Toby Lavarine, sorry I was not working tonight, at least not a false shift. Anyway, see you at 7. Stephen Johnson, 600 is absolutely not unrealistic in my stimulus. Courtney Schwarber, what an update on the deadline for the airlines. Is it still October? Watch the video right before this. Hazard pay. XOXO, no one will be traveling to Thanksgiving this year. Amen. If you have questions in today's video, drop them comments below. I'll answer them in tomorrow's recording. Also, if you always have questions about UI, drop them in this video. PUA, UA, any question. I get a lot of questions in private, but never in the comments as often as used to. If you've not subscribed, today is the day to subscribe. It's a loud day, but we're pushing through all the sound. Go to the front channel, subscribe. We're trying to keep on pushing. We're pushing to the finish line. We're almost there. Today is the really great time to be part of this Purple Power community as we try to get what we need right now. Also like this video because who else is spending this time and effort to ensure that you get every benefit you need for unemployment benefits since day one of April 25th. There's a lot of money out there, but we're still not at the finish line. We're close to it. We need to get over it. So be part of this community. Coming up next is rent and more details about the big debate tomorrow night. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and save LA for more.